Everybody want to be rich, and I dig that. You feel what I'm saying? But like, motherfuckers be striving to be rich and live outside their means just to be flexing and all this. And I dig the whole flexing thing, and I dig that motivation and inspiration comes from flexing. But a lot of these niggas be frauding, and they could be living perfectly fine without flexing. Motherfuckers don't know how many people are rich in America. You feel what I'm saying? So motherfuckers are striving for success that these people flexing don't even have. The system is the system for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? These niggas is not that rich. These niggas is not getting that much money. You feel what I'm saying? They just want to make it seem like that because it makes them feel better. When they could take that shit and invest it in some beneficial shit so they don't have to live struggling and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas flexing and struggling. Celebrities and entertainers and shit are flexing because they can. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers want to be celebrities so bad that y'all want to present the image, and now you living a fucked up life because you want people to think you a fucking celebrity. You living like one. Nigga, you're not. Chill out. Most people aren't. It's not that fucking deep. On average, Americans working full-time jobs make about $900 a week, which is about $47,000 a year. This is considered middle class. Now, right then and there, think about everybody not getting their 40 hours a week. Anybody working a part-time job without an additional source of income already doesn't reach the projected average income of Americans. Middle class is described as anyone making between $40,000 to $122,000 a year. Now, off top, that is a significant margin to decipher financial position. So they separate the shit talking about middle class, upper middle class, and lower middle class to further the division within the class based on the ego that fuels financial status. Now, to be considered rich in America, households have to bring in at least $118,000 to $175,000 a year. And to be a bachelor or bachelorette and considered rich or upper class, you have to individually accumulate $78,000 a year. There's approximately 329 million people in the United States. And I done did the math. So I'm about to show y'all how many motherfuckers are actually rich, how many motherfuckers are in the middle class, and how many motherfuckers are in poverty. Now, if there's about 53 million motherfuckers considered rich and about 40 motherfuckers considered living in poverty, that leaves about 237 million people in the middle class, which means if you ain't considered poor, you're living bad because you're wasting money. Now, if you are poor, you should be working towards the middle class and not trying to be fucking rich. There's levels to this shit. How you think you gonna be rich without getting in the middle class first? You feel what I'm saying? Now, yes, there are opportunities and things that can happen that make you jump tax brackets, but what is the probability of that?
They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table to figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care.
But their biggest weapon is hands down the financial system. The financial system has stealthily enslaved our species, and now we are being used as currency slaves, in boring and depressing environments, not stimulated by anything creative or constructive. Have you ever wondered why megacorporations reaping billions a year in profits, pay dozens of millions to their CEOs, and as close as possible to the minimum wage to the rest of the employees? This has been carefully designed, because a person that is constantly on the edge, will never have time for self-education, introspection, and eventually, spiritual awakening. They don't need educated people, who are capable of critical thinking and have spiritual goals. No, this kind of people are dangerous to the establishment. They want obedient robots, just intelligent enough to operate the machines and keep the system running, but stupid enough never to ask questions.
U.S. citizens are employees of the corporation and subject to the bylaws of the corporation, known as United States statutes, acts, codes, rules, and regulations.
It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.